How's it going, guys? This is Angelic Warrior from War Games, and I'm bringing you the ultimate, in my opinion, the best zombie map yet made by Call of Duty Black Ops. The map is called Buried, and at first you don't really seem like you're underground, but I'll show you how to get there pretty quick. So I'm just showing you the few guns at the top. They're not really useful, as always. You have the M14 and that useless shotgun. And like usual, I always recommend that people, finish up round one, leaving a few zombies at the end. Then that way you can go explore. And the main reason why I really like this map is the fact that they created another zombie map where you can maneuver around the map and get around into different buildings and so on and so forth without actually spending too much money. And that will be clearly shown a little later once we get underground. So there we go, we left two zombies as usual. And they kind of made this where they thought players might want to jump up there and try to get that other gun. But really you'll miss and fall down. So they kind of try to find a way to make it a story plot to try to show like beginner players where to kind of go. So you'll drop down this hole there, and you notice I drank the quick revive. And it'll bring you to the main area. The map isn't really that big, I find, but there are a lot of little tricks. So you just find your way around, you find this big giant, and you use the key and unlock the jail cell. And he's a big whiner.
What does that tell you?
And you just have to give him some booze and calm him down.
Huh? Nice.
Okay, so if you notice that right there, alcohol makes him crazy wild, and he'll actually go and hit these barriers for you. Now if you go around, you'll find the saloon around on the other side, and you can get to the if you look into the saloon, every round you play, you'll actually one of the whiskey bottles will pop up randomly, and usually pop up in the saloon. Those are some candies there. Those will get him hyper, and if you use it on him, he's gonna go crazy and kill a bunch of zombies. But right now I just grabbed it because I use it like a lure. When you're holding something he wants, he follows you around the map. So then you walk just up there, and there you go. Turn on the power already. Nice and simple. So now holding these candies, he'll actually follow me pretty much anywhere. So once you go through a few rounds and you go back into the saloon and pick up the whiskey bottle that spawned randomly after every round, you'll be able to use the whiskey bottle and let him drink it in the same way to blow up all those barriers. Like there was one right down that corridor, there's two in front of me right there, and there's one in front there near Juggernaut. So the fact that when I picked it up, I also dropped those candies, but he will also come towards you if you're holding booze, because he really wants it.
I give you this. You'll help us out.
So what you want to do is face him the opposite way of where he's going to run. So if you want him to go towards Juggernaut, you're going to make him face away from Juggernaut in the same line. Then when he gets all hyped up, he'll turn around and walk towards the other direction. Then you want to do the same thing to unlock the other side. You just have him flip around there, and he'll go and blow up that area. Now this room is awesome. There's a ton of guns on the wall, and you just pick them up. However, they're not full guns, they're the chalk to draw guns. Now I'll explain what I mean. If you go around the map and you notice guns on the wall, you'll notice that they're actually the gun is the outline of drawn in chalk. Now the game does give you a little hint. I wish it didn't, because it's so obvious that you have to use this chalk and go towards these question marks you found randomly around the map. I'll show you where one of them are. There's actually one in pretty much every building that you actually spend money to open. So when you open a door, there's most likely going to be a question mark. So then you just draw it on there, and then you can pick up the gavel knuckles there that I had picked up. And you do the same in all those different spots. There's one in the saloon, right there, and up top on the balcony, and there's a few on the other side of that barrier towards the big scary witch's house, which I'll explain a little later. So what you want to do is, every time you find those question marks drawn on the walls, just like the one that's also located where the quick revive was at the start, you want to go into that room and pick up a chalk if you really want that gun, and draw it on the wall. And then once you have enough points, you can go and buy it. Now, I would encourage that everyone goes and tries to find all the question marks and draws the gun, because every single time you draw a gun, you do get more points where you can go and spend on other things. And it's the same thing when you have a barrier to go and to destroy. When you give him whiskey and he goes and destroys that barrier, you also get more points, which is quite nice. It's a way for you to just get things done early. Just like, for example, getting those knuckles really early at the start of the game, round 5. So there you go. So you'll just do this quite a few times and just kill a ton of zombies, just so you can get lots of points and get ahead in the game. Now, I just opened the door to the general store. And this is, just like the name says, it's a store where you'll get a bunch of parts. And that's all the parts for every table is in that room. There's 4 tables. There's one up there, and there's one in the saloon, which we have unlocked so far. And then you just go back and forth, and you know, I won't even go through the what parts are for what. But what you'll do is just pretty much just walk around and put the parts at each table. Okay? You're gonna build 4 things. One is called a head chopper, which is a big saw that you put like at the entrance of a door at about head height, and it'll kill the zombies when they come in. It does take some time for it to replenish itself.
I suppose I'd rather take this.
The other one is a trample steam, which you can use to catapult yourself, or you can trap the zombies and when you're building a train or a herd, and catapult them up in the sky and use them.
I still don't know what it is.
Okay, and then the other one is the fan that you used to use on the first zombie map to open the doors. And the last one is called, I believe, a sub-ground thingy-majiggy. It's pretty much just a massive, like, wind cannon that blows down zombies. Now, while I was playing this, it does, when you use that big wind blowing cannon thingy, it does say that you need power. Now, if you remember, when you use the fan, it has a little bit of a shock charge that expels from the fan. And then what you'll do, right there, that's the thing, you're going to go and use this thing with the fan in combination for it to work. Okay. Now that we've done everything pretty much on that side, you'll do the same thing as the rounds go by. Pick up booze and whatever and blow down the rest of the barriers. Now, there's two ways you can get over on this side. You can either go through the candy shop, but then you're wasting a lot of money, or you can just, you know, wait a few rounds with your gavel knuckles and bust open that barrier to get through on the side. There's two other buildings on this side. One is the courthouse, and the other one is an old church. So what you'll want to do is to go through those areas too. The same way, just by letting him smash through. And like I said, in those two other buildings, there'll be another parts table where you can build other things. A perk and a question mark. So in each building you open, there's a parts table, a question mark, and a perk near it. So then it's very useful. I would, like I said, would take advantage of this. It's pretty much a freebie in the game. Not really hard to figure out because the first one in the jail cell was pretty obvious. If you paid attention to what happened, then you'll figure out the rest of the game. Very simple. Okay, so there's the question mark on the wall. You'll just go down there and get a chalk and you draw it on. And a gun will appear. Okay, so then you'll also do the same thing as well, but this time you have to purchase the door, and there's going to be a parts table again, and perk and question mark. Perk and the question mark are on the balcony, and there's not much else that I really found in this room so far, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of surprises, because I kind of looked at this room and I was like, it's quite empty. But it could also be a way to trap some zombies if you decide to hold it down with the team. And that's pretty much what it looks like. Now we'll look upstairs. The question mark, perk, something up there. Some more stuff back there, and then you just jump down. Okay. So then, again, let some more rounds go by and do the same thing with the booze. Bust open that barrier to the creepy old house. And now we're going to go in and venture in there. So, I'm showing you one of the new perks as well. It's, I forget the name of it. It looks like an eagle. And it allows you to see all the different perks and things around the map. I like and the guns on the walls. And at first I was like, oh, that's kind of useless. But it also has another upside. When you kill zombies, they either drop a little bit of ammo or extra points to help you throughout the game. So that was quite good. And the other thing too is they'll have some green zombies appearing, which I guess smell like garbage and attract other zombies. So once you reach in here, you get flooded with some of these things, and this is like the equivalent to the monkeys, those crazy monkeys, or the aliens in the other maps. But one thing you'll notice is that when I got closed, like put in the corner by them, and they grab you, they actually steal your money. So I won't spoil it just yet, but I'm just gonna say ahead of time that you want to go in this building with a ton of money. I would say at least 7 to 10 grand, and you want to make sure to go, you know, if you're working as a team with people, you want to go together. That way you're not losing all your money, and you'll have it once you reach the other side. Because you will get stuck, that's for sure, and they will grab you. They keep grabbing you. If they don't kill you, they just steal your money, which really sucks. So then you just make it through. And they're freaking annoying because they won't stop. You gotta pretty much run. I was just curious, looking around. Then you just jump down and make it to the other side. Now, if this looks familiar, I'm sure you guys probably notice. Oh, look at that, they drop a perk. But you'll notice that the giant came with me because I have the candies, but also the area looks like a massive labyrinth, a big maze.
Left, right, left, right. I don't have a route in mind here. I'm just
And those doors do
concentrating
not
on
open. I've tried it. I tried using the fan and everything. I have not opened them. I thought there would have been a shortcut.
Great.
But this is what you want to do to get to the other side. You want to go over here. And around here. And there you go. It's actually not that hard. I've tried using the fan, but it doesn't work. I thought maybe there could have been some shortcut to make it faster and go through. And this area here also has a perk that makes you run faster. And then you want to go down, and that's where the pack-a-punch is. Which was kind of handy, I guess, with that one eagle perk that allows you to see what's going on. Okay. So, if you do run through here fast, and you don't kill all those witches, then you'll notice that they'll follow you, and they'll bring the perk towards you. And that's it. That's pretty much the whole map. I've tried, I didn't show it in this video, but I've built all the parts, showed you where the part table is, showed you where the parts are. It's very simple to do. I got the ray gun out of the box, I pack-a-punched later, and just to kind of show you what it does a bit, I do shoot it a little later, and that's pretty much it. I've used all those items, those part items together. I've used the trample steam and the fan and that cannon blowing thing all together, and it does a little wonders. And that head chopper, they all work together, and pretty much even if you're playing solo, there's a lot to do. Now there's one thing that I did here, and I shot that well at the end, and I thought to myself, should I fall down? What is it? Maybe I heard around in the center, maybe I try to bring some zombies and let them die to your death, or maybe I'm actually supposed to jump down because it's a big well and there's going to be some water at the end, at the bottom of it. And then I was like, well, I'll do it. And yeah, don't ever do that. You'll die. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.